well, I am Nigerian, but I don't live. I own and run the original agency. Thankfully to God, it has been successful. I've been an agency leader for about a year now. I've been on BIGO for about 4 years, and yeah, that's a little bit about me as far as BIGO is concerned, and a little bit of who I am.
That's good. That's good. That's good. You're welcome to the live. Okay, so we're going to
Thank
start
you.
with a quick brain teaser to get us in the mood for the live stream. So I'm going to ask a question, and the first to type the answer right in the comment section wins this game. So we're going to have a couple of other games throughout this broadcast, and the winner of these games is going to get a shout out and something special from me. All right, so this is the question. If there are three apples and you take away two apples, how many apples do you have? If there are three apples and you take away two apples, how many apples do you have? So let's see your answer in the comments. Oh, that's good. That's good. Please, Momo, you're gonna have to help us. Um, you're gonna have to help us select the winners or look at the. I think we have a winner already. Oh, okay, okay. All right, great, great. That's good. All right, so we're going to move quickly to the business of the day. So, Miss Chi, Miss Chai, tell us, for people who are brand new here, what exactly is Bigo Live and what makes it different from other live streaming apps? What is Bigo Live and what makes it different? Now, for those of you listening, please type new in the comment section. If you just joined Bigo recently, type new in the comment section. So over to
Okay. Um, what is BIGO Live? I would describe BIGO Live as a live streaming platform. Obviously, there's so much more to it, but in the basic core of what it is, it's a live streaming platform. Now, fun fact: the way
are you there, Miss
BIGO,
Chai?
can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So
Yes, I can hear.
I can describe BIGO Live as a live streaming platform. Fun facts about the name BIGO Live, which is BIGO. It actually stands for Before I Get Old. So in the past, BIGO Live was actually a dating platform, which is actually something that people don't know. So when BIGO first
Oh,
started, it was for
that's
people who are
interesting.
trying to meet people for the purpose of falling in love. And it eventually transformed to what it is today, which is a live streaming platform. And I think that there's
Platform.
aspects of
I think
people coming
that
on
there's
here
aspects of
to
people
find
coming on
love,
here to find
but
love.
it's not all that Bigo is about. Matter of fact, Bigo is one of the most. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. I think I'm having car issues.
Are you driving?
Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of issues here. But yes, there is an aspect of Bigo being for finding love, but I think most people that get on Bigo now recognize it as more than just that. It's a way for people to make money. A lot of hosts don't know that they can make money from this platform, but they can. And for new people who are coming in, they can come on it for a lot of different things, to find, to meet friends, to get people that they can talk to. For me, as a backstory, the way I found Bigo Live was as a form of trying to make income. I wanted to find a way to generate income, but also to make friends. So when I first got on here,
Okay.
I got on here to make friends. And then I was able to turn it into what it is today for me. So, yeah, that's a little bit about Bigo as a platform.
Okay, that's beautiful. I didn't know Bigo was actually a dating app before it transformed, and that's good to know. That's good to know. So if you're just joining us, this is um this is Bigo paid host Q&A section. So you're all going to have opportunities to ask questions that concern the app and how you can go about the app. Please do well to share the live, double tap on your screen, and support the live in any way you can. All right, so moving over to the next question. What kind of content can you actually, or what kind of content does well on Bigo? Is it just chatting, singing, PKs, dancing, gaming, or even all of it? What kind of content do you think, from your experience, does well on Bigo?
Um, any sort of content will do well on Bigo, in my opinion. Uh, I feel like
Mm,
the most important thing about content is that you come with your best, your whatever will show your personality the best is what you want to come with. But any content
okay.
really will do well on Bigo. Um, so I don't think that there's anything specifically, but I will give people suggestion, and the best suggestion I can give anybody is to be themselves. Whatever makes you stand out, whatever makes you that you already have interest in. I mean, there's people on here with so many different kind of interests: hairdressers, people who are singers, dancers, just performers in general do really well on Beagle because they're already used to. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not saying change yourself, but you know how to best market yourself to show your skills if you are a creator. So I don't like to box people in. I do find that organically, and when I say organically, I mean people just come in to gift the host the best content on Bigo is usually like people who are entertainers. So singers, dancers, musicians, yeah, basically that. But I've also seen people who are just funny people. They know how to make people laugh, they know how to make people smile. That's the people that do well too on Bigo. So yeah. Um with hosting, I just got on the platform. I mean, I had a friend who knew me from another platform. I suggested Bigo because she felt like I would do really well. She felt like I would do really well with Bigo, as she said, you know, you can come on here, you can share these things with your audience. I was like, okay, let me try it. And then when I got on here, I quickly got recruited into an agency. And that was it. It was all up from there.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So I've been meaning to ask. Now you mentioned some niches that could actually do well on Bigo. I am a
Hmm.
teacher. Can I
Hmm.
also can I also create content
I think you're lagging or I'm lagging. Yeah, I can't hear him. Hello? Yeah, I'm still here. Um, you get paid through a few different ways, but the main way is to become a host. You also get paid by the beans that you get while live streaming. So that's another way that you can get paid. You can also get paid by doing rebates. And then another way to get paid is by winning bonuses. If your agent or agency has bonuses, you can get paid that way too. You can also get paid to be a recruiter for agents. Like basically, I call it word of mouth because you can always just tell somebody about the app, and if they are willing and open to joining, then that's another way to get paid, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, if you're not a host or you're not a paid host, you don't get paid as sorry, if you're not in an agency, you don't get paid as a host. Point blank period. So, yeah, there's no way for you to get paid unless you're in an agency. That's yeah. So yeah, that basically means that it's not because of the agency that you're joining. You're joining so that you can get paid. Is what how I'll break it down. Yeah. But yeah, you if you want to strike out on your own, that's something that you can keep in mind. I mean, throughout my whole journey on Bigo, I kind of knew that I wanted to structure this app in a way that made me money. Um, and not just by getting paid as a host, but also by helping others. So eventually, when you do um, get to that level where you can become an agent, you know, that's something that you can, go on your own and do. But in the main part, you want to learn first how to do this, how to be a live streamer, how to entertain, how to bring your best content forward, and then understand the app in its fullness, and then you can say I'm ready to help people do this. and then you can get paid as an agent. But even as an agent, you can't be a host in your own agency. So you still need an agency in order for you to get paid as a host. Unless you just want to be an
Oh,
agent and that's it.
oh, that's beautiful. I like that. So when people hear the word paid host, what does that actually mean on Bigo? And do you actually need followers or experience first, or can total beginners actually apply for this host, this paid host position? And is there an age limit or any verification that people should know about?
No, you can get paid as and you're not hosting for the first three. You can still host after that, but those perks no longer apply to you because your account has been over 3 months old, even if you were not hosting the whole time.
Oh, okay, okay. That's beautiful. So what was go ahead. Are you there, Momo? Can you hear me? Oh, I think the network is a bit shaky.
Hey, sorry. I'm hearing, but I'm also trying to
Yeah.
get because I told you guys I'm having a little bit of issues. I'm trying to get a tow. Uh, so it, no, it's fine. I'll probably be sitting here for a little bit. I just need to make some calls and then when they're on their way, I can continue. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. All right. Please, if you're still following us right now, you can double tap on the screen, like, share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your family, get your pen and your paper, get ready to learn. Thank you so much, Momo, for coming through. All right. So while we wait for Chai to come, while we wait for Chai to get back up, I have a question. I have a question. It's a very quick question. It's a trivia question. Now, what has hands but can't clap? I have 5 seconds to give me that answer. What has hands but can't clap? What has hands but can't clap? Momo, please look out for the winners. What has hands? What has hands but can't clap? You're waiting for your answers. What has hands but can't clap? Can you all hear me? Please, if you can hear me, type. Yeah, it's a clock. It's a clock. Good one. Nice one, Momo. Ah, yeah, yeah, exactly. The clock. Okay, so I have another question waiting. Waiting for our guests. Um, can you host on Bigo and still have a full-time job? Yes or no? So you can spam yes or no on the chat and let's see. Let's learn from each other. Can you host on Bigo and still have a full-time job? Yes or no? I hope you all can hear me. Okay. Yeah, sure. You're welcome to join us on the panel. Shout out to the Blockstar family. Those of you, oh, I see you, Big Kayla.
But the other one
All right,
is, yeah,
welcome
stuck
back, chat.
inside the ditch.
All right, if you want to come up on the panel, please do come up on the panel and ask your questions, get clarified, so that you all can start earning as a paid host. So at the end of this broadcast, we're going to have a section where we're going to be recruiting people to into an agency and get them signed up as a paid host. So stay tuned and stay with us till that section where we get to recruit people as a paid host. Shout out to my Nigerian families that are joining the broadcast. Okay. So, Momo, you said yes to the question I asked. Can you still have a full-time job and still be a host on Bigo? So, how can you achieve that? Okay, for you, how long have you been hosting on Bigo, and how has your experience been? More viewers and more beans. So, can you explain to us what these beans are? What are beans, and how can we aim from beans? Okay, yes, I still have that as a question. It's part of my questions that I have lined up for her, and I feel she could throw more light into that. I'm so sorry that I'm outside. The power supply just went off, and my internet, the Wi-Fi went off, so I have to come out and use my mobile data to connect. Yeah, yeah. Um. Okay, so you said one of your is how to get engagement, and your kind of content is just being yourself. So going around Bigo, what kind of content do you think goes viral or boosts more engagement on Bigo based on your experience and what you've seen so far?
I just think that's the American content who um, who are like drama. That's what I've seen. I don't think it's sustainable.
Okay, I was about to ask that if that is something you can actually do. So
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I think I should be good for a little bit. Sorry about that. None of this is predicted at all. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the most important thing is to be animated and to be inviting and also to just have good content. Now, I can go into so many things that you can do to get beans, but all I can say is that you're basically running a business is how I like to think of it, right? And if you think of running a business or the idea of somebody coming into your store, you realize that even with businesses, they give the buyers more incentive to buy. So now, when you think of Bigo in relation to that, somebody is coming into your store, somebody is coming in to patronize you. I mean, it's not that and people can say, oh, it's not like that, but it really is. I mean, the most successful hosts I've seen on here and not because they're pretty or because they're uh, handsome. It's not much about that. It's more so about how you are able to market yourself and what incentives you're providing in order for people to support you. Seen people who are artists and they will say, this painting is up for auction. I'm going to paint it while live. If you're interested in owning this painting, it's 1,000 beans in order for you to be entered into a raffle to own this painting. You know what I mean? As a dancer, you can say, you can watch me dance, or you can get your own customized dance, selected outfits that I can put on. And the winner at the end of the month of the raffle gets, you know, is a specific dance and outfit from me. There are ways that you can go about getting gifted. And some people will say, oh, why is all of that necessary? Can't my personality be enough? Even brands like Lululemon, Apple, um, Bentley, well, not Bentley. Bentley doesn't really do ads, but Ford, Toyota, they all do advertisement. Even though that you can say, yes, they're good enough, right? Those brands should speak for themselves. But you come to realize that as much as, yes, you are good enough, and yes, you are unique, and yes, you are perfect, but you also have to put yourself out there, because just like any other brand, there are so many people competing for beans, oh, sorry. So you have to make sure that you put yourself out there, um, and stand out. So you can say, well, I go into Daniel's broadcast. He's doing trivia. He's doing podcasting. He's doing little gifts and prizes that he's giving away. And yeah, you're going to get some organic gifters who just come to you and just want to help you and support you. And that's fine. But it's also good and it's also nice when those people see an incentive to do so too. So the best way to get beans is to create incentives. Even BIGO has incentives. They say if you get 1,000 beans, we're gonna give you 600. If you get this amount of beans, we're gonna give you this, right? So at the end of the day, everybody has incentives. So I feel like the best way to get beans is for you to also have your own incentives for your audience. What's up, Maya?
Welcome to everybody coming in. Host Q&A. Shy's agent.
I can hear myself echoing again.
And all the questions.
All right, so I have a question and I want to ask, which is,
Self echoing again. I'm sorry. Yeah.
so I have a question I really want to get to. So can I ask a question? Can you all hear
Yeah,
me?
we can hear you. Yeah.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
We
Okay,
can hear
so
you, but
I
you're
have a
cutting
question.
out.
What does an agency really do for a host, and why is joining one important? Why do I have to join a host? And if I join a host, what can the agency actually do for me to help? Can you hear me now? Oh, this is crazy. Okay, did you hear my question? Did you hear my question?
Yeah. We can hear you, but you're
Okay, can you hear me clearly now? Okay, so I said yes, and why is it important to join agency? Yes. Chai, can you hear me?
Yes, it's just very delayed. So I was
Okay.
waiting for him to
So I want to
finish,
know
and then
if
I
our
was
guests
gonna
can
go
actually
ahead
hear me. Please, if you have any
and
questions, you
answer.
can come on the panel and ask your questions. It's an opportunity for you to get more information on your journey to being a paid host and how you can succeed.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question. So how does an agency help
All right.
you, and do you need an agency to be a paid host? I'll answer the second part first. And the answer is yes, you do need an agency to become a paid host. Now there is another program which I'm hesitant to mention, but I will anyways, and that is the Bean Rush program, which is basically Bigo as your agent. One of the bad things about this program is that number one, I feel like this whole thing about
You go
hosting
as
should
your
be a
agent.
partnership, right? So I feel like if we're going to um, be in a partnership, Bigo is not the
Yeah.
best partner to have because, first of all, they don't speak the same language as
Bigo
you.
is not the best partner
That's
to have
why
because,
there
first of all, they
is
don't speak the same
agents
language.
in all areas in the world, and they are able to communicate with hosts in the language that the host best communicates in, right? So, but when you have Bigo as your partner, you can't really communicate with Bigo very
Communicate with
quickly
Bigo.
and promptly. So I feel like agents help with that. And then, secondly, when you say, what does an agent do? That's one of the things an agent does, right? Is that they're kind of like your mouthpiece to help you get in communication with Bigo. I mean, if you're a North American host, Bigo is based in Singapore. So getting a response from them, first of all, that makes sense is hard, and getting a timely response is also hard. So agents are kind of like the middleman that helps you to get an accurate answer and quickly. So with the Bean Rush program, going back to that a little bit, Bean Rush is a program where there's no required hours from you. You do get paid weekly for any beans that you do make on the app, but however, you're not paid as much. And it's to help hosts first get into Bigo. I feel like that's what it is because if you look at other live streaming platforms, agencies are far and few in between. Other live streaming platforms are just getting into agencies, while Bigo has had agencies for a while. With other live streaming platforms, you find that you can just go on them. The only requirement, I think, is that you have a certain amount of followers, but even that has been reduced or removed entirely. And you can just go live, and whatever gifts you get, you basically can withdraw it as funds. Now, with Bigo, it's kind of nice because you can do that. You can withdraw what you make as beans as funds, but also on top of that, being a host allows you to make additional income on top of the beans that you get while live. So in situations like that, it's important that there's agencies. I also feel like agents should be knowledgeable about the platform. Now, I have not found this to be the case with all agents, but I think that that should be the standard and the rule is that an agent is somebody who has had experience on the app, knows more than the average person about the app, and is able to guide hosts accurately in making or being at the right position to make money on this platform. So, agent should be somebody that you go to have a question about this and they're able to answer it. They're able to be accessible to you as the first line when you have questions or concerns or problems arise. And if they can't figure it out, then they can relay that information to the account managers or admins to further assist. So that's why I think agents are essential because they're almost like having a professor, or that's how it should be, anyways, like having a professor that you can go to who knows more about the problem than you have experience with.
Okay, that's beautiful. I like the way you explained it and you talked about the Bean Rush program. So if for someone that's watching listening to this broadcast right now and wants to become a paid host, what do they need to qualify? What requirements do they need for them to qualify for to be a paid host?
So the requirement is the same as the same requirement as just being on social media. You have to have a phone and you have to have internet connection. And that's pretty much it. I mean, if I was to add something, I would say that you have to have discipline and have the ability to be consistent and delay gratification, because I feel like a lot of people come on here, they're like, okay, what are we doing? Let's get this money. They don't see the beans coming and they go, well, I give up on that. And they will go and live stream on Instagram and Facebook where you literally don't get paid either. But for some reason, people expect quick payment as soon as they get into Bigo, even though they will be on all these other platforms, posting regularly, giving free content on those platforms, and yet somehow it's different for Bigo because they expect to get paid right away. So if I was to add anything, I would say yes, I do think that what has set apart hosts that I have worked with, and mind you, I've worked with thousands of hosts. I would say that what the ones I see that are successful are the ones who are consistent, the ones who are able to modify their content to suit their audience, and the ones who are able to be disciplined with it and delay gratification, the ones who are not like, I'm in here to make money right away, but they're like, I do want to make money, but I'm willing to be patient with myself and with this platform. So yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So you've talked about how people come on the app and they stay for a while. They're not actually seeing they're not actually seeing money off the app, and then they instantly switch and go to other apps. So I'm wondering, is there a guaranteed income, or does earning from Bigo um depend on your performance? Or is there any guaranteed income that comes in that, okay, this is what I should get by so time, or if I don't put in work, can I still earn?
Yeah, so if I was talking from a business mindset, because of course, as somebody whose main goal on here is to make money while also being a live streamer, I would give anybody the tip that if they want to start making money right from day one, they need to learn what their agency is looking for as far as a partnership. Learn and understand what your agency has as incentives. Most agencies should have or do have incentives. For example, agents can say, if you are able to do 2 hours a day for the whole month, you get 5K or 2K or whatever. I would say start with that. Find a way to insert yourself or be active in your agency, participate in all the incentives. When I first, even till now as a top host, whenever my agency has competitions or incentives, like for example, last month it was a stream for over 2 hours on a specific day, and I think it was a 1K reward. Even as big as I am, oh, people assume that as big as I am, that I wouldn't care about things like that. I still do, because every bean matters. So I participate
So I
in all
participate in
my agents' incentives, as well as participating in all the rebates, as well as participating in just being a host and going live. So, what I would tell anybody is the best practice is to get involved in your agency. Go to your agent and say, all right, I'm not really making a lot of money. Are you offering any incentives? Are you offering any other ways that I can get beans from you? Some agents will say, oh, you hit 50K, a 50K tier, and then I'll give you 1K. These are some of the questions that you should actually ask before you decide what agency to go for, because some agents don't offer any incentives while others do. So when you're trying to figure out what agency to join, it's important that you actually know what other ways do they offer you an opportunity to make money on here apart from just going live all the time? Because if you're a host, and let's say they say, all right, if you do 50 hours in this month, I'm going to give you 1K. The whole month, you might make a total of 300 beans, or let's say you make 4K in beans in the whole month of going live for 2 hours. But because you're a new host, once they drop that 1K, guess what? You just made $100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the point is to participate. The point is to be active. The point is to ask questions and also to just read the rules on Bigo. Because, for example, there are gifts that Bigo, event gifts, it's called, that if people drop you event gifts, you get points. And when you hand in your points through the event gift portal, you can win beans, you can win free things, you can win little item bag items, all these things. I encourage people to read the rules on Bigo. Find other ways that the app gives you funds or gives you money. It can be frustrating when you're first starting out because yes, you don't have money in your wallet. You don't have funds. But when you start participating in some of these things, I tell you to give yourself 3 months to start to build your wallet with consistency, coming live on here, having a good, broadcast, being fun, being active. I doubt that you're going to not have anything in your wallet after 3 months.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So for those of you joining us, please drop a like, and if you're interested in asking any question, please jump on the panel and ask questions. This is the paid host Q&A session on Bigo. Okay, so you've talked about how we can actually aim from Bigo. So I want to ask, how often do hosts get paid, and how do they receive their money? How often, as a host, how often do we get paid, and how do we receive the funds? It's good to talk about. Yes, you can get paid, and then you see the payment in your wallet. How do we actually receive these funds into our local bank, so that for those that want to go into rebates, they can go into rebates, and for those that want to withdraw the money, they can also withdraw the money. How can we achieve this?
Okay, so you said sorry, so is it only, you do only get paid once a month? The short answer is yes. But because you're making beans throughout the whole month, let's say, for example, you have a gifter who drops 20K beans on you every
Yeah,
every week on a weekly basis, you can
yeah.
withdraw that as funds. You can withdraw that as funds. Um, but and then you just wait for so all you're getting paid from monthly is your Bigo salary for any beans that you achieve during the month, right? But if you
Yeah.
get money, like if you get funds, you through going live and somebody dropping beans on you, you can withdraw that as money anytime you want. I think Bigo allows you to withdraw once a week, so you can do that anytime you want.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So
Yeah,
you're trying to say that if I am live and somebody comes and drops maybe 3,000 beans on me, I can withdraw that, and then at the end of the month, Bigo is also going to pay me a salary based on my accumulated beans for that month. Is that what you're trying to say?
that's correct. Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Beautiful. So for if someone is new and is not getting many gifts, can they see aim?
Um, I would say no. If somebody's new and not getting any gifts, No, they can't.
Oh, okay. So what can they do to begin earning?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying before, is that you can incentives. I mean, I don't think me guys gift me, no, because even stores where they run incentives to encourage you to buy. Bigo runs incentives to encourage you to go live. Bigo runs incentives to encourage you to make beans. So why does new hosts think that they can afford to not run incentives or give or incentivize their audience to make beans? I think if you're not making beans, you need to find ways to run incentives or give your audience an incentive to gift. It could be auctioning off a piece of art. It could be telling them, well, once you get to this level, I give you admin in my room. It can start there. If they ask for a follow, you can say, well, I only follow supporters, etc., etc. Yeah. So
Oh,
offering incentives is essential, it's important, because every business offers incentives. And when you join as a host, the invite that you're sent to by an agent says, join us and grow your business, right? So right away, it's
yeah.
telling you that this is your business, meaning that however amount of effort you put in is what you get paid for. Because at the end of the day, even though an agent is making whatever percentage off of you, technically you're getting paid by Bigo. It has nothing to do with what the agent's pay is. It doesn't Your pay doesn't come off the agent's pay. The agent is just incentivized by Bigo to help you achieve higher tiers. But your pay is not the agent's pay and vice versa.
Okay, beautiful. All right. So Momo, do you have any questions to ask? I still have a lot of questions to ask.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay. So you've been talking about incentive, incentive, incentive. All right, so I'm going to ask this question to you as an agency. Now, if a host is struggling to grow, what kind of help or incentive does your agency give to such a host that is struggling to grow?
Well, just like I mentioned, with my agency, like just like she said, if you come and ask me, what can I do? What challenges is the agency doing that I can participate in? I'm going to tell you, like, I mean, there are challenges right now for agencies for just doing hours. So they have this thing where the longer a host stays live, for every 20 minutes a host is live, they get a point that counts towards the agency as a cumulative. And if the agency wins, then Bigo also gives the agency an incentive of dinos and stuff. And dinos are worth like 400, oh, sorry, yeah, like 400 US dollars, 250 US dollars. You see what I mean? So
Wow.
if a host is asking me like, hey, I want to participate, but I'm not making any money being being in doing this on my own, then I
Yeah.
can say, okay, well, right now we have agents, or we have a agency competition, and if we win, we get a dino, which I can give to you. You can technically do whatever you want with that. Some people collect it, some people, and then also, like, I can say, okay, you want me to um help you. All right, if you get the top in this challenge in the agency, then we can do like a 2K, where I'll give you 2K for helping the agency out. Things like that. So I just want to emphasize on that, like, there's definitely ways. It's just that I don't have enough willing hosts who will do that for me. Okay. Okay, sounds good, thank you.
Okay. That- That's good. So how many hours do paid hosts usually need to go live every day or every week or every month?
Okay, thank you. You said how many, what, sorry?
How many hours do paid hosts need to go live? Yeah. Every day, every week, or and every month.
um I would say when you're first starting, do daily. Do daily at least 1 hour to 2 hours.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Saskatoon.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I have an American line, but I live in Saskatoon. No, but I this the getting phones in the States is cheaper, so that's why. Yeah. Yes, it is. It is. Sorry, my tow person is here and they're asking me questions.
All right. So, um, do you provide trainings or do you provide guidance for people who have never streamed before? So you talked about learning how
Absolutely.
to stream and stuff like that. So do you provide trainings and guidance for new streamers?
Yes, absolutely. When I first started doing agency stuff, I was giving training just because, anybody who joined my agency, I'll spend time on the phone, showing them the ropes, doing da. But I've come to realize that it's not worth my time unless the host is enthusiastically open and willing to learn. So I like hosts who ask questions, because then it allows me to know exactly how to train them properly. Every host is different. Every host is talented in a different way, and every host has something unique that they want to bring to this platform. So for me to go on and on and on about all the aspects of this platform, which may or may not benefit them, is not worth the time. It's
Yeah.
not worth the effort, because it
Yeah.
needs to come from the host. What exactly they are wanting to do with this platform? Are they wanting to get into the business side, which means, talking about SVIP points? how you can benefit from recharging, how this can be more of an investment for you, or they don't want to benefit from the talent show side. And then I can introduce them to people in the agency who I feel like are singers, dancers, artists, or are they interested in the competitive side? So that's like PK battles, meeting people, networking, etc., etc. So it all depends on what it depend. It has to come from the host.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
goodness,
that's
that's a lot.
that's beautiful. Are you still with us?
Yes, I'm still here. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
Think
you've
I might
said a
need
lot
to
of
put.
things. You've said you just said that the host needs to have this zeal to succeed and this zeal to know more about the platforms, and that will encourage you to train the host effectively. So I want to know, are there rules or penalties if a paid host misses a stream or does not meet targets? Are there penalties for that host?
Nothing. Yeah. Okay. Take take next payment. All right. The which one? Oh, really? Yeah, I use the Cash App card, and I know Canada doesn't have. Yes, please. Okay. What were you saying?
So I was asking, yeah. No, go ahead.
Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just finishing up my yeah. Just
Yo, Lo, welcome to the stream. Lo, come up the panel, bro.
or is there a way to email it? Like if you have like a record.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm back. All right. So, yeah, there are penalties as far as you not meeting your requirements. So, I think I talked about this with Daniel, but with being a paid host, it's it's uh it's two requirements. So the first requirement is the hours, and the second requirement, which is what most people struggle with, is the beans. So for you to get paid, you have to have both. Either your hours and your beans are not complete, which is how people sometimes miss their payment or the full amount of their payment, or they get partial payment. So, for example, if you get the beans, let's say you were able to get 10,000 beans in a month, and you didn't meet the hours, which at the lower tiers, the required hours is 30 hours. If those two things apply, you didn't meet the
Yeah.
hours, but you got the beans, you get paid half of your pay. So, for example, according to the pay chart, at 10,000 beans and 30 hours, you're supposed to get paid $100. if you don't get the 10,000 beans and 30 hours and you only get 25 hours, or let's even say you get 29.5 hours, or you get 29.7599 or 29.999, but you don't hit that 30, you only are entitled to half pay, which means that instead of getting $100, you only will make $50. Now, if the reverse is applied, so you get the hours, let's say you're sitting at 50 hours this month, but you only made 2,000 beans, you're only getting paid nothing. You don't get paid anything. So, as you can see, the beans are the more important part than the hours.
Okay. 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 That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So I want to know. I want to know what advice would you give to hosts who wants to grow fast? I know you've talked about incentives. I know you've talked about streaming hours. I know you've talked about fan base and stuff like that. But you personally, as a super agent and as a long time host on BIGO, what advice would you give hosts who wants to grow fast and stand out in BIGO? What advice can you give to them or to us? Because I'm also part of the system. I want to grow fast. Mm. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. For me, I recharge, and I think I give out beans, and most people give me gifts too. So I think one of the ways to actually generate beans, like you said, is to be part of a family that supports you. You give out beans, and they also reciprocate the support, and they also give you beans. Yeah. So I still want to ask Chai. I still want to ask Chai if um if I've not met my whatever, if I've not met my quota of beans, can I actually recharge and get diamonds, and then also use that diamonds to convert them to beans? Is that possible on Bigo? I don't know if that's possible, but I would like to hear from her, or from, if she was she was talking um about meeting your quota of beans. Now, if I meet the time, my streaming time, and I don't have enough beans to meet my target, can I actually recharge, get diamonds, and use the diamond and convert it to beans so that I can be able to meet that target? Or does Bigo actually um, reward me based on the beans I receive from other users, or can I generate beans on my own by recharging? You get my question now? Yeah. Oh, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was talking to her about it. Before I got into our agency, I was talking to her, and she was giving me a whole lot of insight. And I was like, hell, man, this is too much. This is too much. I think other people need to know about this. People need to be aware of these things, because I actually got on Bigo because I learned that I could actually make money from it. But coming on Bigo and I'm asking questions and I'm jumping on lives, nobody's actually explaining to me how I can actually make money off Bigo. You get me? So when I got in contact with her and I was talking to her, she broke down a lot of things for me, and I appreciated that a lot, and I knew from then that people would want this information, and they would want to actually need this information to grow their Bigo journey and also help them in more income. So that's why we organize this, and we're also going to be organizing more of this, and just like we talked about in our own podcasts and programs, we're going to be bringing up industry specialists and industry experts like Chai to be able to talk to our audience and give them information that they actually need to grow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So please, if you're on the chat and you want to come on the panel and ask your question about how to become a paid host, how to earn from Bigo, please jump on the panel. Jump on the panel. Faith, you're welcome to the stream. Please jump on the panel. Don't be shy. There's no question that is a stupid question. Just come up, ask any questions you don't know, but um you can actually get an answer or get a tip that could skyrocket your Bigo experience to the next level. Where my blockbuster family? They're not here yet. Yeah, yeah. I think she's still on the stream. She's still on the live. Yeah. So for those that are in the chat that wants to join a family, our guest made mention of incentives of people supporting people, and I think just like what Momo said, that one of the ways that you can actually build a community of people that can support you is by joining a family. So if you're interested in joining a family that supports you, that helps you, that motivates you, you are welcome to join the Blockbusters anytime. So if you want to join, you can reach out to myself or you can reach out to Momo, and we'll send you an invite to join the family. Yes, we'll send you an invite to join the family. And for those of you in the chat that are interested in becoming a paid host, please do well to follow me, drop me a DM, or you follow Momo and drop her a DM, and definitely will get you a contract and an audition to become a paid host. Please don't forget to double tap on your screen and like the broadcast, share the broadcast, so that a lot of people can also get this information. It breaks my heart that this information has been out there and most people are not actually utilizing this information, and people are not making money of this information. I tell you, I'm giving myself just through blessing. Welcome to the life. I'm giving myself just 3 months, and I'm going to quit my 9 to 5 job. I'm telling you, I'm going to be making about a million beans in a month. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal that I'm setting for myself, to make a million beings in the month, and be financially free. Yeah. So if you want to become a paid host, please follow me, drop a DM, follow Momo and drop a DM. Definitely will reach out to you with a contract, and also an opportunity to join a world class agency that supports you and gives you incentives to grow your page. I think basically we've covered everything. I think we've covered everything. Yeah. So maybe we'll just wrap up um for today, and everybody can yeah. Okay. Welcome, Bida. Oh, beautiful. 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 All right. All right, family. We are getting to the end of this life, and I hope this section really cleared up a lot of confusions and showed you that becoming a paid host on Bigo is possible, even if you're starting from zero. If this live helped you in any way, please drop 100 in the chat. And if you're serious about becoming a paid host, the agency will be checking messages. I'll be checking for messages in my DM. Don't be shy to reach out, ask questions, and take action. Remember, everyone you see winning on Bigo started from somewhere. You get me? So thank you to the agency. Thank you to Shy for the value. Thank you to everyone who stayed. Thank you to Momo. Thank you to the Blockstar family for coming in. I'll see you on the next live. Please stay consistent, stay positive, and keep shining. Thank you very much.